Welcome to the new series where we built our dream online yarn store together. Hi everyone, welcome to lilthings. If you didn't know me, hi, my name is Elise. I'm an 18-year-old uni student living in Sydney. I usually post crochet content and beginner crochet tutorials on YouTube, and recently I'm starting my own yarn brand. I've been building my business with you guys for over like a few months now. And so let's do a Q&A, answer all your questions. I posted an Instagram story asking you guys to ask me anything about my yarn brand. And today I'm just gonna spill all my secrets. I'm honestly a bit nervous. Let's check the first question. So what type of yarn do I make? So this milk cotton yarn is made of 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. So it's really perfect for amigurumis, for clothing. I personally love when amigurumi is made of this type of yarn. It really gives a really matte look. It's really different, you can really tell. You just have to feel it yourself. All of the tutorials that I did was using milk cotton yarn. You can really see the yarn texture. What colors will there be in total? I'm so excited. I don't seem to be able to get the light turned on. I don't know why, but I think that's okay, right? I'm so excited for you to try it too, because now we're no longer shipping directly from the manufacturer to you. It's manufacturer or warehouse, then you. Because now we do have to deal with inventory. We now cannot include all the colors. We probably have to narrow it down to probably 15 to 20 colors. But of course, if you have a specific color that you really want, comment down below. This is your chance. A piece of advice for other business girlies. I would say the easiest business for crocheting is to sell your crochet patterns. Here's why: because you don't have to deal with inventory, you don't have to deal with shipping, there's no customization, really passive. You can literally earn money while you sleep, earn money while you study. Because it's a digital product, you can sell it for an unlimited amount of time. But when you sell your crochet creations, it's very labor intensive. It's basically trading your time for it. So if I had one advice, really build a business that can be automated, that are passive, and in this case, focus on crochet patterns. And of course, for every business, you'll need a website. So let me introduce you to today's sponsor, which is Universe. Universe is a drag and drop website building app that makes your website building process so much easier. I've tried so many different website building platforms, and usually they only allow you to use the rigid template, which is really annoying. So that's exactly why I love Universe so much. I love the creative freedom that it gives you. You can literally customize your whole website, even down to each block. So that you can add features like adding images, adding looping videos, adding buttons to redirect people to other links, doodlings. If you're based in the US, Universe allows you to sell your digital and physical products. To even make it easier for you, I've created my own template that you can use today. The first page is the link in bio, and the sub page is the crochet shop or your crochet portfolio. Of course, everything can be customized to match your unique brand style. So join Universe today so you can have your website up and going today. Click the link below to have 25% off your first year with Universe Pro and the free version too. Are you planning to go even further and start making another crochet materials? Yes, I really want to make those crochet kits that includes like all the supplies like darning needles, scissors, stitch marker, and stuff like that. But for now, I just really want to focus on just launching all the yarn first. How many runs did it take until you were happy with the final result? I did around like 5 to 6 samples. I was able to really quickly decide which one I like. So the process was pretty quick. When did you start crochet and what made you want to start the videos? I started crochet back in 2022. It was around when I first came to Australia from Hong Kong. I've always surrounded by my friends, my family. Going to a new environment and not finding the right people was hard. And at that time, I've never felt that lonely ever before, and I felt so uncomfortable being alone. And that's when I realized I actually haven't built an actual relationship with myself, and I haven't really treated myself as a person or as a friend. That's when I also started crocheting, and it has really helped me in terms of being at peace with myself, being comfortable just with my own presence. And I always start really looking forward to me time and just spending the night by myself, and being alone no longer is a scary thing for me. And I just want to help people the way crocheting has helped me. If you're ever struggling with building a relationship with yourself, struggling with anxiety, crocheting is gonna quiet all those little voices in your head. You're just in this little bubble. You play your comfort movie in the background. Like, you'll feel so at peace. So yeah, that's kind of a little story behind why I started everything that I started. Do you plan on selling more types of yarn, like fluffy yarn or other kinds, or just regular? Right now, I'm just focusing on milk cotton yarn, and my milk cotton yarn is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. And for the future drop, so many exciting yarn coming up. I already named them, and stay tuned for that. How long did it take for you to get to where you are now? For my Instagram, 1.5 years, and for my YouTube, a little over a year now. But I wouldn't say that's exactly how long it take for me to get here, because I've been making YouTube videos since like when I was like 10 or something. I did like slime tutorials, origami tutorials, Rubik's Cube tutorials, and a lot of different craft tutorials. Because I've got into like content creation kind of at a young age, I taught myself all the skills I needed, for example, video editing and being comfortable with the camera, stuff like that. So what you see right now, you probably thought that, oh, it only took me like a year, but in reality, I've been doing this for years now, and I have a really strong passion for it. So how to work with all the needed documents, and what are they? For registering the business, I had to apply for ABN, which is Australian Business Number. That's just because I'm in Australia, and I have 2 certificates that I have to have for the products. It's not obligated, but it's really recommended. It's voluntary certificates. First is a KO Tech Standard 100. This certificate focuses on the textile safety, so it would check if your product is free from the harmful chemicals, any substances that are bad for human health. The second certificate is the BSCI, so stands for Business Social Compliance Initiative. And this certificate focuses on the social responsibility and the ethical working condition in our supply chain. And fun little story, with the first manufacturer, we're so close to launching, literally like a month away. But then the whole time I was actually asking them to provide me the certificate, but they weren't able to. And this was part of the biggest reason why I stopped working with them. And of course, that also pushed back the launch date. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, I'm very happy with that, because I know that my products that I sell is safe for your health. So was it hard for you to start your business? It wasn't hard for me. Yes, there were challenges. You know, it takes so much of your time and energy, but nothing beats the feeling of waking up every day and feeling like you have a purpose. Like, I wake up, I feel so driven. I am doing something somewhat impactful, in my opinion, and something that I'm so passionate about. So even though there is hardship, but I enjoy what I do at the end of the day. So how did you go through difficulties while running your business? If you know me, I act on my thoughts very quickly. There's a problem come up, I just want to and I would act on what I feel or what I think very quickly. But I've learned to really calm down when problem comes up, because there's tons of problems every day, especially when you're in the beginning of working with a new manufacturer. I've learned to put my feelings aside and really look at things on a logical perspective, and I would create like a table pros and cons list. Really helped me in terms of decision making. But of course, sometimes you have to use your feeling in terms of like ethical and stuff like that. But most of the time, I'm learned to be more logical. Do you do worldwide shipping or only certain countries only? Yes, we do worldwide shipping. What is one thing or info that would make your business better if you knew it earlier? Reinvesting back into your business. I have been almost pocketing all the money, but without reinvesting back into it. Like, what am I doing? So recently I've been looking into like finding an illustrator, video editor. When you want to scale your business, the most valuable thing is time. So why not buy other people's time to do things for you? Who supported you the most in your yarn business? I think that's such an amazing question. Definitely my family. 多謝姑姐,多謝媽媽. They have really been so supportive since day one. For my dad, he is such a great mentor of mine. When there's a problem comes up, I would solve it myself. I would come up with like a solution plan, and then I consult my dad. How's my decision making? What do you think? And he will give me feedback. So for my dad, it's the technical side. When I feel frustrated, when I feel stressed, I go to my mom, and she's such a good therapist. And the most important person that I have to thank is definitely my boyfriend. He is the greatest man on earth. When I'm really busy, he would help with my video editing, with the website and everything. Cannot thank him enough. How can I not thank you guys? Every one of you who are watching right now has made everything come true. Whoever ever shared the video with your friends, liked the video, and engaged with it, commented. You guys made it come true. How did you decide to make the investment? Starting a business is always a gamble. So for me, it wasn't as much as a gamble as normal businesses because I already have a crochet account on Instagram and on YouTube, so I have a pretty solid fan base. Also, of course, I have a wait list, and I actually could gauge how the demand is on the market. Business in general, I wouldn't say it's a gamble because there's always ways to test out the market demand with the MVP, with waitlist. There's so many ways to test if people are actually interested. Even if it flops, you learn so much throughout the process, so I wouldn't say it's a gamble. Are you going to open a physical store? Possibly. The answer for now is a definite no, because I'm a true believer that everything is going digital, but things might change in the future. How do you think you're gonna manage yarn business and school life? To be honest, I don't really have a school life. All I do, I go to class, I leave, I work on my yarn business, I go to class. Yeah, I barely have any time for myself anyway, let alone school life. I still hang out with my friends, but just not as much. And maybe next year I'll join like a society or a club. My priority is definitely my business. I do want to make another startup that's completely different from what I'm doing now. It's something really exciting, and I'm also very passionate about that. So like school life is not really on my priority. How do you manage to start your business with manufacturing and promote it well? I just communicate with my manufacturer directly, and you have to be really direct with what you need and what's your expectation. The good thing, I'm a very confrontational person. If I think that something can work out, then obviously I'm gonna confront them. If not, I'm not gonna even waste my time confronting. I'm just gonna move on and find a new manufacturer, which is what I did. But in terms of promoting and in terms of marketing it, I just really focus on documenting it and really inviting everyone watching to be part of the process. So on my Instagram, I have basically documented so much, and I've asked you guys for opinions. For example, I asked you guys what colors you want to see in the sample order, as well as the price range, and also the slogan that I'm going to use. We all agreed on find comfort in the little things. That's kind of my way of promoting it and kind of bring you guys on the journey. So yeah. What has been the most surprising part of starting your yarn business? In the process of building it, I slowly learned you don't have to be fully prepared to start something. You actually don't need to know everything about business when you're starting a business, but prior to starting it, you might feel really intimidated, really inadequate to start something. But the thing is, nobody has it all together before taking on that role. And even though you think you don't have the quality of that role yet, the quality, and you will get the experience in the process to that role. Just start it. What size hook do you need for your yarn? 3mm hook for amigurumis, 3.5mm hook for any garment. Release date and the price range of the yarn. So as I mentioned before, we had switched the manufacturer. The launch date will be pushed back. Right now we're thinking the end of this year, and we also have a new party, which is our warehouse. So with that involved, we have to do a few trial runs and make sure that the flow is right before we launch it. Can't say for sure, but I'm hoping by the end of this year. But we'll see. I'll update you guys on that. And in terms of the price range, I am thinking below $7 per 100 gram yarn. I would love to hear about the ups and downs. So the ups is definitely having you guys supporting me. The highest up, and also the process of finding the first manufacturer was also super easy for me. Obviously it didn't work out. On the down side, there was actually quite a bit. So for example, we were trying to really rush everything. The manufacturer only gave us 2 days to design and to submit the color symbol card cover. At that point, it was still very early on. We wasn't sure about the brand identity, the logo, brand core values, and how am I supposed to design something based on nothing? And really shout out to Ayen. She's amazing. I literally called her. We literally slept so late, but we somehow still made it work. We still submitted on time. Second was 1 month prior to the launch date. We both agreed on all the pricing. All of a sudden, I received this text from my manufacturer, and sorry that we didn't inform you earlier. The price was actually more than we listed, and I literally typed like a whole paragraph like explaining how disappointed I was. It's not about the price, but it's about integrity. Obviously, there's bigger downs. I think I'm gonna keep it private, but this is what some problems that you may encounter. How does it feel owning a business? And I would like to have some advice. That I really crave dopamine rush. It gives you that, but at the same time, it also gives you stress. This is a part that I don't want to admit. I think a lot of viewers are pretty young, and if you want to start a business, you probably have the same feeling as me. This is dealing with your pride. Acting humble is one thing, but actually being humble is another. I think it's really easy to really get full of yourself, but I would start catching myself just like secretly judging people. And I always remind myself that at the end of the day, we're human and we're only on this earth to live and to die. That's literally it. So I'm a nobody to judge anyone, and what you like doing and what you spend your time on does not make you any superior or inferior. A million people have done what I did, and even 1,000 times better. So what I'm doing is great. However, don't let it get in your head. I wonder if this was going to be your full-time job, or was this just going to be a gig on the side? Yes, I do want to do this full-time eventually. Well, right now I'm a uni student, but for sure I definitely put way more effort on this because I do see a lot more potential in what I'm doing right now. There's so much ideas that could come out of just that bear itself. I'm planning on making illustrations and planning on making an account for that bear. I'm gonna give him a name, give him a storyline. So yeah, definitely looking forward to doing this full time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really had so much fun just sharing my journey with you guys. And I'm so excited to be sharing what I have prepared for you guys. Can't wait for the launch date. And of course, if you want to be part of this journey, remember to subscribe and also follow my Instagram because I'm probably the most active on Instagram. So yeah, I love you. Bye.